This week, the UN headquarters has been packed with events and meetings, so let's dive right in. Well, first, the situation in Gaza. Although the ceasefire remains fragile but largely holding, there's still been no significant increase in humanitarian aid deliveries. What's the UN's response?
Does this current situation achieved for that 60-day target?
Look, we're getting more aid in, right? We're distributing more fuel, we're distributing more water, more medicine is going in. We need a lot more, but we are, we've been saying since the beginning, we will utilize every space that is afforded to us to deliver humanitarian aid, and that's exactly what we're doing.
The General Assembly's Third Committee held a meeting on the human rights situation in the Occupied Palestinian Territory. Special Rapporteur Francisca Albanese, who has been outspokenly critical of Israel and was recently sanctioned by the United States, addressed the committee remotely.
My report makes it clear. These horrors are neither sudden or accidental. They are the culmination of decades of moral and political failure within a resilient colonial world order sustained by a global system of complicity.
Her remarks drew pushback from Israeli Ambassador Dezhi.
Ms. Albanese, you are a witch, and this report is another page in your spellbook. You have tried to curse Israel with lies and hatred, but your poison has failed.
And here is what Albanese told reporters afterward.
It seems to me that all this fanfare is rather to distract the attention from the findings. And, after 3 years of being exposed to this, I almost don't feel anymore the personal attacks because they are far away. What I hear more loudly is the cry for end of the brutality and the genocide from Gaza, end of an ethnic cleansing from the West Bank.
Meanwhile, the group of Friends for Peace in the Ukraine crisis, led by China and Brazil, delivered a joint statement on the latest developments. What's the message coming from the Global South?
Deeply troubled by the prolonged hostilities and the immense negative impacts, this group was among the first to call for an immediate and complete ceasefire, a call we firmly reiterate today. We underscore the need to observe principles for de-escalation and the importance of non-expansion of the battlefield and non-intensification of fighting.
Now to Cuba. This week, the General Assembly once again adopted a resolution calling for an end to the U.S. economic, commercial, and financial embargo against Cuba.
In favor, 165, against 7, abstentions 12. Draft resolution A/80/L6 is adopted.
It's the 33rd time such a resolution has been passed since 1992. But this year, something else drew attention. A heated exchange between U.S. Representative Mike Waltz and Cuba's foreign minister during Waltz's statement in the GA Hall.
And is aiding and abetting instability in our hemisphere. They undermine democracies in our hemisphere.
I'm very sorry to interrupt, but there's a point of order from Cuba.
Sure. Madam President, yes?
Yes, we have to give the floor to the point of order and the representative of Cuba.
Señor Waltz, esta es la Asamblea General de Naciones Unidas. No es un grupo de Signal ni es la Cámara de Representantes.
Thank you, Madam President. I'm well aware of the location of which we're speaking, and this is also not a communist, illegitimate legislature in Havana.
And finally, one of the UN headquarters' main entrances was closed again this week, forcing diplomats to queue outside to enter the premises. The closure follows a staff sick-out protest over benefit cuts. And here's what the UN had to say.
We are facing unprecedented financial hardship, and lowering break times in order to avoid job loss is a necessary measure. But what I can also tell you is that the building is very much secure at this point.
And that's all from me for now.